Welcome back to another episode of Tom's Carp Fishing Journey. You find me back down today at the estate lake at Meadow fisheries. Yeah, I was here several weeks ago where we had a really successful trip. We had 28 bites, I think around 9 20-pounders to 24-pound. And yeah, we're back down here. So let's get the rod sorted and let's see if we can continue our success from last time. So as you can see, my swim's over there. Just going to be baiting this margin rod. This is going to be my left hand rod for the session to start off with. So we're just going to trickle in a mixture of pellet and 15 and 18 mil squid and krill boilie from the range at Specimen Cave. Just going to spread it out a little bit, but not much. Nice little spot here, nice and gravelly for a wafter to sit over. This is going to be a really good spot to get a night bite from, up this margin. Happy days. This is the left hand rod and this is the first rod going out. Now, it is over to the margin there, right tight into the overhanging vegetation. And I was thinking about doing a washing line, but I'm not going to bother. I'm going to see how this goes, just putting it in the traditional way. And maybe switch to the washing line if I don't pick a bite up on it. So this is the first cast now. On the spot. Nice donk. Right on the clip. Perfect. That was 10 3/4 wraps to there. So I'll get that line now, nicely down now. I'm going to back lead on here because it is shallow and it can be a nightmare when you hook a fish, especially in the night. You can tend to wipe your lines out. So we're going to spend a few minutes just getting this line really pinned down. Just keep peeling a bit of line off and then we're going to put a back lead on. It's looking good for it. So it's 11 wraps just to the right hand side of the island, which is where the right hand rod's going to be going. So we're going to use some of the 15 mil squid and krill from the range and a mixture of 8 mil pellet, and we're going to put about 4 spawns out to start off with. Yeah, so first one going out. Perfect. Yeah, there's a stock of around a couple of hundred carp in here, up to low 30s. So there's quite a lot of fish in here. It's about 2 acres, 2.5 acres. Good stock of fish, all different kinds. As you've seen on my last video I done down at the place several weeks back, you know, there's quite a lot of different types of fish and strains, etc. I think I had 9 20s last time, 28 bites, 22 landed. I think it was 8 or 9 20-pounders to around mid-20s. So there is a bigger fish to be had in here for me, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to get back down here. As well as it being absolutely stunning, I also wanted to try and get up to them high 20s. What reside in here? Just dropping a couple of the spawns a few foot short of the spot as well, just so I've got an area with a nice circumference and a nice little baited spot out there. Now, predominantly people do use bait boats on here, and last time I fished here I also used a bait boat, but this session we're going back to the old traditional ways of catching and that's with casting and swamming and clipping up, etc. That's the way I like to fish. So that's going to do that spot now. I'm just going to quickly tie up a turbo German rig now with a wafter, and we'll get that on the spot. Happy days. So this is now the right hand rod going out to the spot just on the corner of the island. I've just put some spoms out. So perfect. Right on the clip. Absolutely bob on that. That one's 11 wraps, and that was absolutely bob on. Now I'm going to fish this quite tight, the clutch, because last thing I want is a bite. It take me on the back of that island. That's not going to be ideal. Just going to sink that line. Happy days. Now this is the last rod going out, and it's the middle rod to the left of the island. Perfect. Just dragged it back slightly as it hit the water, and that's just to take the sting, because it's shallow. I don't want the lead penetrating into the soft bottom. So just by pulling it back so slightly as it hits the water, you're just taking the sting out of that cast. That's perfect. That's got a nice little donk on that then, so I know it's fishing. Happy days. Well, we're sort of coming towards the first sunset now. It's getting on for around 8 o'clock, half 8, something like that. And yeah, all the rods are ready, primed, baited up. I've just topped the margin rod up now with one scoop of bait, some 15mm boilie, and yeah, we'll see what happens in the first night. I think last time I was down here, I started getting bites in the middle of the night on the first night, sort of 12 hours after I'd been here. So yeah, I have put a little bit of bait out, so you know, we might have to wait to get the first bite. I don't think you can beat having a lake to yourself like this. That's why I get lake exclusive to myself all the time. There's nothing better, well, apart from the dog, you know, it's just me, the birds as you can hear, and the fish. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I am very confident. Like I said, I did have a good session down here last time, although I've heard from the bailiff that people did struggle in the week, and they actually left early because they struggled on the lake. But the weather conditions was pretty bad at the start of the week. We had massive winds, a load of rain, you know, a load of new rainwater, cold rainwater going into a lake's not great, especially if it's a shallow lake. So yeah, let's see what happens. If I don't see you in the night with a fish, I'll see you bright and early in the morning. Happy days. Oh, that come off. No. Oh. It's at about 90 yards, this fish. Swimming. Going to open. Going to open. That's just ripped off. Jesus. The rod's at about 90 yards. Literally. Oh God. Got it into open now. That was off my 4th rod, off the 10-footer. It's ripped off. Stay away from them other lines, buddy. That was cast down to the far island in the corner from the first peg near the gate as you come in, what I'm on now. Good job moving back, lads. It's going over them lines. Come on, buddy. It's an absolute one-toner. And it was swimming towards me. I thought it had come off, but it's at such distance that it was swimming towards me, and just loads of slack line. Oh, I forgot my Crocs. Another little one. Hanging on. Come on. Turn your head. In the net, oh, common. Oh, he's still not ready. He's ready now. He's ready now. Just on dark, and second fish, this little common, absolutely ripped off on the fourth rod down towards the corner island at about 90 yards. It went absolutely mad. Second bite in the last hour, and we're off with 2 fish to start the session off nicely, going into the first night. Happy days. Let's slip this one back. I'll try and get some sleep. Oh. Left hand rod, the margin rod, it's literally a foot off the margin on the left hand bank. Oh, that one's come off, it was only small. Well, good morning. Yeah, so as you've seen, we had a few bites in the night. A couple last night before dark. Had a nice common, really nice scale perfect common. And yeah, woke up this morning, not had a morning bite, which is really weird, to be honest. I normally do get a morning bite on here. I only had 2 rods out this morning when I woke up, because I kept the left hand rod in. I had 2 bites in quick succession in the early hours, 3 o'clock, something like that. So I decided to keep it in. I was absolutely knackered. So yeah, let's see what happens this morning. I have got to nip off and get a few bits, some supplies that I forgot to get yesterday. But apart from that, we're going to be fishing hard today, try and get a few more bites, and hopefully we can get some of these bigger fish. I'm catching a lot of the stockies, a lot of the smaller ones like the singles and the low doubles, but for some reason the rod that's on the spot on the 4th rod I've got out always seems to do bigger fish from the island at the bottom of the lake. Last time I was here, I think I recall having 7 of the 9 20-pounders I had come off that rod. Really strange, they all seem to come off that rod. It's really like some sort of recurring pattern. And yeah, the biggest fish I've had this session up to now has also been off that rod, whereas my 3 rod set up here in front of me has done all the smaller ones. So anyway, we'll see how it goes today. I'll keep you updated. We're going to get a little bit more bait in later on today after bite time this morning, top the areas up. I think I'll fish the same spots tonight. My left hand rod that was tight to the margin on my left on that bank, that went in the night. That went twice. So yeah, all rods are doing bites, so let's see what happens. Well, left hand margin rod's just bust off just as I finished my breakfast. Stay away from that aerator. It's just drifting down into this corner. I was just sat thinking, I was due a bite, a morning bite. It's ripped off. The head bailiff's just been down to plant some lily pads on the estate lake. And yeah, it's absolutely torn off. Oh, it's going down into this corner. Oh, not ideal. Oh, come on, baby. This way. No choice but to get well, unfortunately. Oh, got to be 3 foot deep there, 2 foot deep. I had to get in the water, I had no choice. I'll have to dry my pants off. Now this does feel like a better fish than the stockies. Yeah, it is a better fish, I think. Nice mirror. Yeah, it is a nice fish. Oh, get in that net. Get in. That's a nicer one. Oh. Yeah, you've been caught, mate. You've been caught. Get in. Margin rod has done it. And it's got a nice one on the end as well. I'm absolutely soaked, but who cares? I didn't have the waders to hand, but sometimes you've just got to get in. And that is a lovely one. Get in. Well, the margin rod's ripped off just as I finished my breakfast, and we got this 22-pound mirror. Absolute banger off the margin rod. It was a one-toner. I had to jump in the lake because it took me into the corner. But what a fish. Calm down. Absolute banger. Look at that. At the estate lake. Absolutely lovely. Gonna slip this one back, get the rod back out. That's 3 bites off that spot this up to now through the night. This being the best of the bunch. I love this place. The estate lake is mega at meadow fisheries. Happy days. Happy days. So, just a little recap. We've had several bites since arriving now yesterday afternoon. We're around not even 24 hours in, and yeah, we've already had some absolute bangers on the bank. This session's all about showing people that places like this, you don't need to rock up with a bait boat. I know a lot of people on this particular venue like to use a bait boat, but I'm not. Mine's in for service. I've come down, I'm spomming, and you know, I'm wrapping up with the sticks, fishing accurately, and I'm just going to show people that that does work. You don't need to just think, oh, I need a bait boat, or you know, if you haven't got a bait boat and you want to come down to the estate lake at Meadow, you don't need one. You can have good results and big hits of fish if you're fishing accurately, effectively, and the most important thing is to keep your eye on the water. Look where the fish are, the location of the fish. Even though it's 2.5 acres, they could be at the other side. You know, they could be over that side or down to my right. You know, you keep your eyes peeled where the fish are. You can go and move onto them with a rod. You can snatch a bite or two like that, and then come back for the night time and get the rod set and your swim that you've chosen. And yeah, we're going to pop out shortly, get a couple of bits. I feel like I might do myself a little barbecue tonight. Why not treat myself, eh? So yeah, let's just see what happens. I really would like a fish what's, you know, over 25 pound. My biggest fish out of here is around 24 pounds, so I would really love to have something over 25 pound. Like I said, I'm not down here for any PBs. I'm not down here for, you know, massive fish. I'm down here for the tranquility, the peace, the lovely fish, the lovely lake in front of me. And that's what you get when you come down here. Obviously, I've got the lake exclusive to myself, but the majority of people come as groups and they split the cost between them all. I just like to fish on my own, and that's something that I do a lot, is get lake exclusive to myself. I just love it. I absolutely love it. So let's crack on and let's try and put some more fish on the bank for you guys. Happy days. So it's coming into late afternoon now, and this time yesterday in the bay now, down in the bottom of the lake here, I saw a lot of shows at this time, and get sort of now to 7 o'clock at night. It's now around 4 o'clock. So what I've done is I've primed the area with a little bit of pellet. I've dropped a solid bag on this 4th rod just down from the bank where I'm set up. put this 4th rod into the corner, and hopefully this does a bite. It's a solid bag with a little 15mm wafter, and yeah, hopefully we can pick a fish up on this. I've not seen any shows this afternoon as of yet, but they didn't start yesterday's to sort of probably 5 o'clock tea time, and there really was boshing in that corner in the shallow water. So I've got a rod prime there, as I say, and that's hopefully ready to do a bite. So yeah, happy days. Nipped out and got some stuff for a little bit of a barbecue for myself. Went to the local butchers in the area, just googled it and just found the closest one that looked alright. As you seen earlier, these rods have been hand placed. We've got the rod on the island that's been hand placed, and we put the right hand rod down towards that corner, which was also hand placed. The left hand rod was cast out, 10 wraps, back to the spot I had that 22 mirror from this morning, which is right on that bank over there, literally 2 foot off the bank. So I've just walked around and topped that bait up on the spot with a little bit of pellet, just trickling a little bit of bait in every few hours, just to keep a nice bed of bait down on the deck for this evening. Hopefully that does another bigger fish. But yeah, it's lovely, absolutely lovely. We've got a change in weather tomorrow. I think there's going to be a bit of rain, so let's make the absolute most of the beautiful weather today. Absolutely stunning down here. Well, just saying, I've not had a bite. To Alan, the owner, and the rod's ripped off. And this is quite a distance away. Torch. This is on the rod that we hand dropped on the right hand island down in the corner. Oh, I might have to go in the waders here. Coming to open. A little tip that I use to see where the line's going in the dark. If you just dip the line. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to go in the waders. Come on. Bloody hate getting into waders like this. Oh no. If you just dip the line and then just bring it up, it'll show you where the line direction. Oh, I'm gonna have to get in here. Trying its hardest to get in these reeds. Now I've got a backup spot what's easier to get the rod onto for the dark. In the net, bosh, get in. Get in that net. Oh. Scattering a bait over the top, and yeah, it's done the bite. I knew it would. And that's what I was saying to you earlier about implementing different tactics on these types of venues and not coming just thinking you've got to use a bait boat and doing what everyone else does. You can go against the grain and get results just like this. Happy days. Just put 6 bombs of bait over this rod not long ago actually, and it's ripped off. To keep this down. That's it, go back into open water. Literally ripped off. It's about 1 AM now. I'm just about to get my head down. Swimming towards me. Come on. Back round this side. Just about to get my head down. I had a fish on this rod around an hour ago, and I put another several spons of bait over the top, and it's ripped off again. with another 20 pounder. This one going £20 and 10 ounces. A real long fish. That's my third 20 on the spin now. It loves a night bite on this lake, I tell you. If you get it right, the rewards are there to be had. I'm going to pop this one back, get another 6 spoms over the spot, and I'm going to get my head down because it's really late now. Absolutely beautiful. Stunning. Yeah. Happy days. Well, it's now 2 o'clock in the morning. I've had a brace of 20s off my right hand rod, and I'm just about to get several spoms back over the top. It's so easy for people to have a bite in the night and then just be so tired that they want to just get back in the bed chair. But it's absolutely imperative that you keep consistent and also put that effort in to maximise these opportunities, these windows, and just put the effort in, put that extra bit of effort in. It doesn't matter if you're tired or you can't be bothered, just get out there no matter night or day and keep fishing effectively, and also just making sure that you're accurate as well. I was absolutely knackered, and then the rod ripped off just as I was getting my head down. I only had that other 20 pounder an hour or so ago, an hour and a half maybe. Yeah. And the same rod's produced another 20. I think that's 4 20s, the last 4 fish I've had. 4 20 pounders, which is not a bad average or stamp at all. That'll do now. Right, they're all set now. Let's try and get some sleep. Happy days. So just had a fish come off. It's about 5:30 in the morning now. I'm just topping the bait up. I've just lost one. Really annoyed about it. Just hook pull. It was absolutely melting off as well. Let's get some more. Pellet out. On the island there. Perfect. That'll do us. Well, good morning. Real eventful night. Throughout the night we managed another 2 20 pounders, and we also lost one as well. So yeah, 3 bites in the night. It's now about 9:30 in the morning. I had a bit of a lie-in this morning. I was up all night, you know, with bites and spomming, putting more bait out. And yeah, we managed 3 bites. So pretty successful night. We're coming into the last 24 hours now. I'm gonna pull off tomorrow. So yeah, hopefully we've still got a chance of a bigger fish. I'm trying to get a fish 25 plus out of here. That's my target. I've just seen a bosh just behind the island. But yeah, I'm gonna get the rods resorted in an hour or so, just after this bite window phases out this morning. Get the rods redone, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Now, I'm just preparing some bait now for today. Look at that, with a bait smoke on from Specimen Cave. This is the spicy squid and krill bait smoke. Look at that. Give it all a nice glazing. Absolutely brilliant. Really does let off a load of extra food signals. We'll get some spums out in a minute on the spot. Spum in an area just to the right of the island, one just to the left of the island. That's where I'd done 3 bites in the night last night. Hopefully we can get a couple more this afternoon. Happy days. We've got the rod now going back onto the margin spot up from the aerator. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. 10 and a quarter wraps to the spot. Let's get that line sunk. That's all 3 rods rocking now. It's afternoon time now. Got around 24 hours left, something like that. And yeah, we've got the rods all back rocking. Just going to put a few spums back out onto the island very shortly. And then that's us set. The bites usually start coming on here sort of 7 o'clock at night to, you know, the morning time. So you've got like a 12-hour window, what's really, really productive. But it does go quiet during the day down at the estate lake at Arrow Meadow. That's what I've personally found anyway. Happy days, that's them all sorted. I had this rod sat waiting for an opportunity and I baited this spot up and the opportunity presented itself for a bite. We're going to walk it back round. The important thing is, when you're doing this with a solid bag, is not to pull that hook away from the pellet that's in the bag. The last thing you want is your hook bait and then your pellet 2 or 3 inches away. That's the last thing you want. Ah, nettles. The things we do, eh? The things we do. Fucking hell. Just walked through a load of stinging nettles in my shorts to get the rod around here. Now we're going to have to go around the front of this. Oh God, I can't reach. Tree and then come round. Oh. Now that wasn't the most aesthetically pleasing way, but we've got it on the spot. I'm absolutely stung up off nettles, but who cares when there's fish to catch. Bramble, slack line, bobbing on the 9-footer, slack line. There we go. Oh God. So just a little recap. Last night in the night we managed 3 fish, 3 20-pounders. We also had 2 hook pulls. I've also had a hook pull this afternoon. I go back to that again, that the fish in here do have soft mouths. There's a lot of smaller young fish in here, you know, and yeah, the hook just tears out the mouth sometimes. It's just can't be helped. It's not your angling or You know, it's not bad angling, it's just one of them things, it's part and parcel of it. You just got to accept it. You tend to find when you hook the bigger fish, the 20 pounders, they don't tend to come off. I sort of know when I've got one of the stockies on, the small ones, or I've got a 20 plus on. You can sort of tell the difference on here. They do fight hard on here though, no matter if they're big or small. It is shallow, but they do fight really, really hard. So yeah, all the fish are coming off spotted areas, or areas where I'm just getting in the margin in the waders, just walking along a little bit in the margin. There's, you're not allowed to wade out on here into the lake, but in the margins is fine, and just dropping them, lowering them in down the margins, etc. And I've had bites doing that also. So different tactics, different approaches are working. Like I said at the start of the video, I didn't bring a bait boat with me this time. I wanted to fish it without a bait boat and make some different content. That's exactly what I've done. What I've implemented has worked. The spomming, they've really responded to a bit of bait. I think I've put around 15 kilos of bait in a couple of days. So not overly, not loads and loads, but quite a bit of bait. And small food items, pellet, small pellet, etc. as well, crumb and chops. So yeah, so we're going into the last night tonight. It always kicks off on air around 9 o'clock at night to the early hours of the morning. You struggle to get sleep. I had to actually leave one of the rods out last night because it got to 3 o'clock in the morning and I was getting bite after bite. And that doesn't happen for everybody. I'm not saying that it's not a runs water, it's not guaranteed you're going to get bites at the night, but if you stick to your plan, what you've gone with, and you just stick to your guns, you can have real good hits of fish on this lake. So yeah, I'm going to get the rod sorted now for the night, and hopefully I'll see you later with a fish. If not, I'll see you first thing bright and early in the morning. Well, that's all the rods set for the last night now. We've still got one on the margin spot there. That's produced a couple of fish, 20 pounders. Both fish off there have been 20 plus. Oh, I think something's just spooked, maybe a pike chasing fry or something. Left hand side of the island, we've got a rod out there with 6 bombs over. Right hand of the island, a rod out there with 6 bombs over. And we've got the 10-footer out, still on that corner, down in that corner where you seen me get stung off the nettles earlier on. That's still there. I've just moved the rod further down closer to me because I did have a pickup on that rod and it done me by the time I got there. From the bivvy here down there, it had done me. So I re-put it back out. I waded around the front of the reeds here, dropped it in, brought the rod back round, and that's just out as well, on a single rod just to the side of my main free. And hopefully we get a few more bites just to wrap this film up. So yeah, I'll keep you updated. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the action starts pretty soon. Happy days. Well, my right hand rod's just ripped off. I've had a bite every night between 10 and half 10. Really weird. It's just plodding. Oh, what was that? Just dipping the line in the water there and then lifting the rod, and what it does is it shows you where the fish is in the lake by the line pinging back off the water. Just a little tip if any of you don't know. I really want to get this one in. I've lost a couple of fish today to hook pulls, and I would really love to get this one in the net. I'm just being really gentle with it. I just sat doing some editing and some YouTube shorts, and it just ripped off. It feels like a good fish. It does feel like a good fish. It's just plodding. It's not doing what the stockies do and sort of jumping around and being erratic. Slowly just coming up. Come on. Oh. Come on, boy. Such a shallow lake, you've got to be really careful about giving them too much, because with if the lead doesn't drop off, the last thing you want is that lead bouncing around on the deck and dislodging the hook. Get the net ready. Come on. Just out in front of me now. Get some line back on her. Just slowly. This fish does not want to come in. Oh my God. The thing is, I want that lead to come off every time really, so the fish comes up in the water with it being shallow. Stay away from them other lines. I tell you what, it's not wanting to come in, this fish. It really isn't wanting to come in. Oh, come on. Let's be having you in. Really taking my time with this fish. Oh, it's not a bad fish. I've just had a little glimpse of the fish, and it's not a bad one. Just taking my time. Yeah, it's a good fish, it's a good fish. Come on, you're beaten. You're beaten. Oh. Come on, turn your head. Get in that net. Now that did give a good account for itself, and that is a good one. That is a good one. Just gonna leave it. That is probably the biggest fish I've caught out of this lake. Now, I've had around 15, 20 pounders out of this lake in 6 nights in total. I think this is going to be the biggest one of the lot. Come on, boy. Well, produced another one. 28 pounds and 4 ounces. £28 4 ounces off the right hand rod. Yes, buzzing with this one. I'm absolutely buzzing with this one. Oh aye. This is my biggest fish off the lake to date. I've had 16 20-pounders now in 6 nights in total on this lake, and this is my biggest one. Happy days. Well, I've got a fish resting in the net. This is my second bite in an hour on this rod, and another 6 bombs again. Like I've touched on before, it's so important when you're getting the bites. You've got to maximise the opportunity, and you've got to keep getting that bait out. It's now gone midnight, but that does not deter me from being out here and getting the bait out. Tired doesn't come into it when I'm carp fishing. Effort equals reward, and that's an absolute true saying. It might be a bit cliche, but it's true. One more spawn now. That'll be 4 out over the top. I put 6 out last time. I'm just going to go with 4 now, because that's produced a quick bite. And yeah, I mean, the bites are coming, you know, they are really coming. That's just got tangled around the end of the rod there. Well, the rod's only been back out for 45 minutes since that 28-pounder. I've been rewarded with another 20-pounder off the same rod. 21 pound and 7 ounces. It's this little dumpy one. It's absolute madness. It just keeps coming for me. Honestly, it's just amazing. Happy days. I'm gonna slip this back. Some more spawns out and try and get my head down for a little bit. Perfect. Well, that's it for this session, and what a night it was. I had 8 bites last night, including 5 20s to 28.5 pound. I'm absolutely done. I couldn't get any more footage if I wanted to. I think I've got like 2 hours footage of this 3-day session, what I need to edit down to like an hour. So yeah, 26 bites, 21 landed, 6 or 7 20-pounders to a real big one in this lake, 28.5 pound. And yeah, it's been a blast. I'll catch you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.